Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 14 of the Wham Bam.
Wham Bam!
I'm one of your hosts. My name is Matt Sagisi. With me over here is the incomparable Andy Cheadle.
What's up?
And this week, we are absent one Brayden Curtis.
Uno.
Because he and I are fighting right now. We're in a little bit of a war, a turf war, and we don't want to be on the show together at the same time anymore.
He's also at work.
I mean, it just worked out with our schedules that we're fighting, and he also can't be here. You see, what happened was we were going to the store, right? And we passed the Pop-Tarts, and I was like, yo, let's get these strawberry kind. He wanted brown sugar. That nasty man.
But brown sugar, don't you taste so good? If
you don't know,
brown sugar!
If you don't know, this is our weekly comedy podcast. We bring forth various things that we find that upset us. At least this week they'll upset us.
Yeah.
We talk about them for you, the audience. And if you like watching our pretty faces, which we didn't do last week because they didn't have a camera because I left, and they're real sour about me about that. You can go over to youtube.com/StacheTag where we post the videos and segments every week. Or if you don't want to see our pretty faces for whatever reason, you can go over to places like iTunes or SoundCloud and you'll find the full episodes there.
In audio
form.
Stereo.
All right, first things first. So we did a little homework.
Stereo.
The stereophonic experience.
That's not how stereo
Also,
works.
I was going to say. Dude, you like music more than anybody in this entire apartment. You don't know how stereo
We'll make
works.
this like surround sound.
No,
that's not how we have it set up.
That's not how we have it set up. Here's what you do. You take one earphone, you put it in this ear, that'll be me. All right, you take the other phone, put it in the other ear, that'll be Andy.
But I think we're all going on the same track.
All right, now, since I'm in your other ear, I'm just going to whisper at you for a moment. I'm going to tell you some sweet secrets. All right, when I was 15, I went into the bedroom, right? And I took these 3 fingers, and I stuck them in my mom's purse. Have you seen that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
It's horrible bosses.
Horrible Bosses, that's right.
Freaking Jamie Foxx.
And speaking of horrible and movies,
Yes.
so we just kind of rewatched.
Except that one was good.
I like Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, that one was
We're not talking about that one. That was a good movie.
That was
Here's a horrible movie. So we just, for those of
bad.
you, yeah, it's bad. We just watched the last 20 minutes of the second
part 2.
part 2 of the live action Attack on Titan movie, which is a movie based on an anime called by the same name, and it stars titular enemies, the Titans, and people who are really sour about them being in town, and they don't like it very much.
Nah, because they keep breaking their walls.
Yeah. So, recap. If you haven't seen it, it's a good, decent show. You should watch it. Show is good. I enjoyed the show.
One of my favorite animes. It's really good.
First movie, pretty good. Not so bad.
Yeah, it follows the show.
Yeah, it follows the show. There we go, which we already established is good.
It does what the show does, and
Yeah, good times for everybody. So it's not bad. It keeps the rhythm and the rhyme of the show, and there's some parts they alter because it's like a 2-hour movie and they can't fit the entire first half of the season in there or whatever.
They got to throw their own artistic flair into it. What do they want to do?
They did a good job. I like the way the Titans look, which if you haven't seen them, they're these huge naked people.
Yeah,
that
skinless,
walk around
almost.
Yeah, and they just eat up the residents of whatever town they're in.
Oh wait,
the enemy ones.
The strong Titans are the skinless ones.
Yeah.
No, the regular ones, they're just
big naked people.
Scary looking people.
There's big old naked people
with no
trouncing around,
no genitalia.
Yeah, traipsing around through those back alleys, scooping up all the school children's after the playground.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first movie we watched it and we were like, okay, it has some prowess. It has, it's bits and pieces, but it's got some things to it that we liked.
And they had this. It was kind of like a teaser at the end for the second movie.
Yeah.
It's all right, so we're gonna have more Titan fights and explosions. Boom.
More Titan, more fighting.
It's...
Which should have been their catchphrase. I don't know why they didn't use that, but fucked up Attack on Titan people.
Wasted opportunity.
Yeah, so we decided to watch the second one because, like we said, the first one was good. Second one, oh man.
What happened?
It was
What happened?
It was kind of some hot street trash. So let's talk about why it was hot street trash for a moment.
I don't think we know why it was hot street trash.
I know why it was hot street trash.
I mean, we know why from the evidence, but we don't know why.
Your Honor, My name is Andy Cheadle, attorney at law. As you can see, we don't know why my client is not innocent or guilty, but we do know that he is in fact not guilty because of the evidence presented to us. Thank you very much. Good night. What was that?
We know it's hot street trash from what we saw, but we don't know why they went in that direction.
Oh,
that's what I was going.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, like you. If I ever go to jail, please, you can just let me go to jail. You will not help me. You will not help me get out of jail. But yeah, so here's, I think, okay, here's my high theory as to why it ended up being, one of the reasons it ended up being so bad, which is because the thing with the show is that after season 1 is a big kind of cliffhanger and the story is continuing, right? And the second season's coming out very soon. And the 2 movies have come out before, the second season has started. So they couldn't trounce into that territory. They couldn't, like...
Yeah, they kind of had to resolve what happened.
Yeah. So they had to kind of figure out their own way to do that, which was really quick and made 0 sense. And
it was bad.
Like, there was this one part where there's a main... Okay, if you haven't seen it, you don't have to. And I'm going to try really hard to make it so it makes sense for you guys. Because it makes sense to us who watched it.
Yeah, but I don't even think we have to warn about spoilers. It's like, it's not even...
I guess not. I mean...
I feel like spoiled means like you had high hopes and it's like, oh, and then someone ruined it. But this was just bad all around. This was like, it's not spoiling anything.
This came pre-spoiled.
We're saving you.
So basically, there's a bad guy, right? There's like main bad guy number 1 who started off as good guy, right?
Yeah, he was like the hot Titan killer.
Yeah, he was like the hot stuff, right? He'd go around, he could kill all the Titans with his pinky paw, and it was fine.
Yeah, and he was like, bam.
Yeah, he was good at it. And then
best one. Halfway
through the second movie, he's like, yo, just kidding. I'm a bad guy now. And then, but he doesn't give a reason why. He's just like, he's just kind of like, hey, you remember all my friends that I just met throughout the rest of the series? Yeah, fuck all y'alls. And he turns into a Titan. He's a big Titan man because he can do that.
Yeah, he turns into the armor Titan.
Yeah, from the show.
Yeah.
We're assuming. It's the only thing I can liken it to.
They never specifically say which Titan was which, I think, except for King Titan.
Yeah.
But I don't think they ever said that in the show either.
They didn't. He's just a big man.
So we assume he's the armor Titan.
So he turns into this big purple Titan that fights the good guy. But the thing is, you don't know why they're fighting, and this is the part that I laughed at because this is so like classic 60s Godzilla, because it's just like 2 dudes in like these rubber suits.
Yeah.
They're like, and they have like really bad like CG buildings around them that are collapsing. Or they might have had like real buildings that they're punching through, maybe that are like cardboard.
I don't know.
Either way, it just looked really bad, and we're like, all right, I guess that's just what they had to work with. It's not super terrible. Like, I can't knock anybody for.
I mean, see, there are probably a decent amount of money went into the film, but relatively to movie standards, might have been like a low budget movie.
Yeah, they used all the pizza boxes they ordered with that money,
pretty much,
to make the scenery. But so that happens, and you don't know why. There's no explanation as to what happened with this guy, and then they quote unquote kill him, and then they have this big bomb that they're going to use to seal up a hole that was made in the first movie. But the bomb has been like just sitting in the middle of this very peaceful town for like X amount of years.
Yeah.
And no one's been like, yo, we should probably freaking move the bomb.
I mean, like the first movie, the kids are playing on it, like climbing on it. It's not disarmed or anything. It's like a live bomb, and they're just like...
It's basically in like...
It's fine.
Yeah, it's basically in the equivalent of like a preschool jungle gym.
As long as they don't just take a hammer and go... Beep.
Yeah, as long as they don't...
Boom!
As long as they don't gingerly tap it on the side and ruin all of society that's left. But, yeah, so they find this bomb, and they're like, yo, we can put this in the hole that was made in the previous movie. They didn't say previous movie, but just...
That'd be sweet. Break the fourth wall.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're already breaking walls, so break that wall too while they're at it.
Exactly. See, nothing makes sense in this entire movie. But they take the bomb and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna throw it in there. Boom, collapse it, and somehow not make a bigger hole in the wall, but seal up the hole." So
and that keeps them inside the wall to live exactly how they were and they hated it.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, to be fair, they wanted to close the hole because there were like giant titans pouring in through the hole that were eating people.
That's true.
But I mean, that barring that, yeah, it will continue as being the same. It's just that no one will be eating other people.
I guess so. But I feel like the whole population is probably almost dead.
Probably.
In that movie.
Probably. But anyway, so they go over to the wall and they're like, all right, I'm going to put this in here. Sounds good. And then, spoilers, main bad guy isn't dead. Oh, wait.
No, he's not the main bad guy.
Sorry, not main bad guy. Other very secondary guy you instantly forget about comes back and it's like, hey, did you forget about me? And we were like, yes. Who are you? Like, what are you doing here?
And then he does this stupid strut and it's like, oh, yeah, you're that asshole.
Yeah, he's like this.
Damn it.
He was basically like this general dude.
He had a really stupid laugh.
I had Andy, I had no context for that laugh. I thought that was you. I was going to get real afraid. But, yeah, so he comes back and you're like, who is that? Oh, yeah, it's that guy who, like, he gets full-on pancaked, like, within the first 5 minutes of this movie. And that's all you see of him, because I don't think you saw him in the first movie. So...
I don't know.
Yeah, see, no one knows. But whoever he is, he gets pancaked immediately before you figure out who the hell he is. And then he comes back to be like, it's me! I'm actually the ultimate bad guy! And he's the ultimate titan that's, like, 1,000 feet high. And he's the original guy that kicked the hole in the wall.
Yeah. He's like the head general man of men.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, all right.
He's like...
You get a nickel every time you use the word man or any conjugation of that word?
Nah, man. What? Okay, wait. What is it? Secretary of State? Is that who like the...
I guess so.
Wait, no, that's the president.
No, what? I mean...
I don't do politics.
The president is chief of police. That's not true.
He's the chief of police.
No,
Chief Wiggum.
No, he's the ultimate. He's the best man. What is the president?
If he's the best man,
no,
who is the best manning?
Shoot,
who? I want to say he's the Secretary of Defense.
No, there's the word chief is in his name. Besides the president, it's not chief president either. Oh my god, I feel so stupid right now. What is the president's title? Commander in Chief.
Yeah. All right. So okay, then the chief inspector
Inspector.
I don't. Who was I saying before?
You were saying Inspector Gadget. I don't know.
the commander.
Commander in Chief. No, that's the president.
Son of a bitch.
Where are we?
Wait. Okay. All right. Dude, we can't just rewind and like look at it.
No. Well, you were saying Secretary of State. I think is what you said.
Secretary of General.
Secretary General.
Whoever the head is in the military.
Yeah. Also, this is a fictional world, so who knows if they go by like whatever our thing is.
But I feel like they sort of do. I think they have like generals and lieutenants.
They have a military.
Yeah. Okay, but he's like the head of the military, and I think in this world they're also the one in charge, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like I'm in charge of all the people, and I'm gonna screw over all the people.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Like the main. They don't
what?
know why. Like, there's these two people that can turn into these massive titans that hate literally everybody else.
Yeah.
And we don't know why. Like,
it was like, why are you doing this? And his literal reasoning was to keep you inside the wall forever. And it's like, that's your motivation?
And that's...
It's like, okay, why?
And that...
Because I'm against you.
They had such, like... in-your-face dialogue where it was like not even subtle. Like it's just very much like I'm trying to think of the line. It was like, "Will you join us? No, I am against you." That's literal. That's literally the line in the movie. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up, I guess.
He's like,
yeah, it's tricky. But so yeah, so they put the bomb in there. It doesn't explode because spoilers. It's like a 1,000-year-old bomb or whatever.
Yeah,
and
I think he like knocks it with his finger.
Yeah,
and then it's like,
yeah, like it breaks open and then suddenly doesn't work anymore. And then so the other bad guy, the first bad guy that I said, I don't know names. I'm sorry.
The one that died.
The one that supposedly died is like he comes back.
The hotshot Titan killer.
Yeah, that guy. He comes back and is all of a sudden like, hey, yeah, remember how I was with you guys and then I was like against you guys, and then we're like, yeah.
Because your thing is like, okay, he's gonna like screw over the plan again.
Yeah.
No. No.
He just shows back up and he's like, I'm going to help you now. And the girl was like, really? Why? That's weird. That's a weird thing to just do. And he's like, I'm doing this for the main guy. And we're like, why? That isn't like, I get that
all he did was beat you up.
Yeah, he punched you real bad, and then all of a sudden you had to change.
In that sense, he's a bully. It's like you're just succumbing to peer pressure at that point.
I'm going to smoke this whole pack of cigarettes. Why? Because he hit me real bad.
It's like, because I think the girl even asked him, it was like, dude, if you're lying, don't.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. Because it makes no sense. And then, so the main guy is fighting the giant titan, and he's going to lose. And then out of nowhere, the other titan, who's like purple, is like full on like football carrying this bomb.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man climbing up the side of the wall.
Yeah.
And like just jumps and then just shoves this bomb like deep into this guy's esophagus, like the giant titan's esophagus. And then like the main character is falling past him, and it's this slow motion thing where like their eyes meet, and there's this weird sexual tension I didn't understand.
Yeah. Wait, are we talking about the guy and the girl?
No. The colossal titan.
Oh, okay, then.
And
yeah.
the main character's name I know his name is Aaron.
Yeah.
And Aaron is falling, and they're passing each other like this. Like one's falling
Yeah.
and the other's climbing up, and they pass each other, right? And it's this like this slow mo moment, and they look at each other, and like they have this like I said, this weird thing, like God, I want to blow him so bad.
Yeah, like seriously, like he goes, shoves the bomb in the big titan, and he's just like, for you, Aaron.
Yeah.
And he says almost French sounding, like French Japanese. For you, Aaron.
For you, Aaron.
And then like because it shows him inside the titan, and everything's all purple, and he's like, and it looks like he's in like a gay dance club. For you, Aaron.
He's all because he's fucking sticky. And there's basically some rave strobe lights all around.
Dude, I feel like there's like twinkles.
It's a purple hue.
I mean, the only good part was like it ended with like an explosion, which was cool, but like it was like, it's raining man.
It's raining man. And then they shove the bomb like all up in his face, and then he explodes.
Wait, how did he explode? Did they shoot the rocket? No, they
No,
already shot
the rocket. The bomb just exploded.
They just shove it in him, and it goes boom.
They just pop it in this dude's face, and then blow all up in the guts, and then that's it. And then movie's basically over.
Pretty much.
And then
I mean, they did have like a cool shot where it's like the main character's falling. The girl like
the love interest
grabs him and like saves him, and then it's kind of like slow mo. There's all these like rocks here falling. It was a cool shot.
Yeah, it was. See that? Whoops! They accidentally got a good shot in here.
Dang it.
But yeah, that was cool.
I mean, when they go to their faces, it was totally cheesy. But like the zoomed out and you see, that was a cool shot.
That was a cool shot. And then so they got the one. You had to wait 2.5 hours for the one cool shot of the movie.
Yeah.
And then that ended, and then it somehow plugged the wall, and everything's happy again, right? Everyone's like, woo, we did it somehow.
We can finally see the ocean.
Exactly, which is another thing throughout the movie that they're building up as like this, if only I could see they're like people from Missouri, where they're like, man, I really wish I could see the ocean. And
it's like that will solve all their problems.
Yeah, and they're making it sound like they are in like the middle of nowhere, like Missouri, where the ocean is like half a continent away.
Yeah, they look over the wall and it's gonna be desert.
Yeah, and so they like blow the wall up, and like the main guy and girl are standing on the wall, which, spoilers, anyone could have had access to.
Yeah,
like it's not like the wall was there was like scaffolding on it, so people obviously had to climb it.
They had their spear guns that shoot into buildings for climbing purposes.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's. So we're like, okay, cool. Like now, what's the landscape going to be? They pan up. It's the ocean is like right there. Like the waves are crashing
jump
against
off
the wall.
Yeah, they'll do a swan dive.
Yeah,
and be fine.
And so we're like, all right. So like, really, the only reason you didn't see the ocean was like your own thing. It's like, it's like when you want. It's like you have like it's like if you live next to Six Flags. You know what I mean? You're like
you like never open your window.
Yeah, it's like someone comes over and
it's right there.
Yeah, it's like someone comes over and it's like, yo, why don't we go to Six Flags? And it's just like, man, I can't go to Six Flags.
It's too far.
It's too far. Like, yo, it's like right there. Like the entrance is, Daffy Duck is where I can hear the Vangabus song through your walls.
Oh, I never look at that wall.
Yeah. Oh, dip. All right, yeah, let's
We
go.
could have gone there this whole time.
The Six Flags. But yeah, and so it's so underwhelming because it's like, all right, cool, they're just there. Which also, by the way, begs another question. Like, it's this like stranded, like shanty towns around everywhere. Like people are starving to death, and this is maybe just the practical side of my mind. But I was like,
no excuse though.
If you like just instead of building the wall in that complete circle, why wouldn't you just build it like a U so you have access to the ocean, a literal infinite supply of food?
Yep.
Because like half of humanity is dead. If they live inside this wall, then like I'm sure like the ocean could feed them.
Yeah, it's like, dude, they could have had an escape plan. It's like, hey, yo, we got like so many layers of walls. If those all fail, we can just go on a boat.
Yeah, like that. All their problems could have been solved. And they would have had to build less wall. It would have taken less time.
Yeah, they could have used that for literally everything else. Submarine. Nah, they don't know how to make submarines because they don't know how to make planes.
Yeah.
Planes were a thing, but they lost the technology or something.
Something like that.
Because there are parts of the wall that I think were made out of like
a
F-18 or something.
Yeah, they had to makeshift things.
Yeah. So they don't know how to make planes. I don't know.
I guess not. All the engineers that made planes died in the sky.
The engineers that made walls.
Those guys were solid. Those guys
had it.
Those guys were like, you all laughed at me.
From now on, just smooth sailing.
Learn how to make something else, Mom said. You're not going to find any work in walls, Mom said. Well, who's laughing now?
Same guy that manufactured tumbleweeds or whatever, whoever it was.
And in the apocalypse, the man who manufactures tumbleweeds is king.
Yeah, because like you were saying earlier, as far as we know, Titans no swimming ability.
Yeah, there's
as far as we know, we never saw one near water ever.
Mm-mm. But that's another thing with this show is like I said, this movie happens before the second series is happening. Mm-hmm. So like, as far I didn't read the comic, but like as far as I know, there's no other like forms of media that have the story on it. And so in this movie,
do you know how far the comics go?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm assuming they go relatively as far as the show. I don't know.
That's a good guess, probably.
But like, I don't want to look into it because I don't want to read them because I want to watch the show.
Yeah,
it's like Game of Thrones. Like I don't want. I can't read. Well, the books and the show are like caught up to each other now. But before,
so now you can do it.
I mean, now I can just. I have no excuse. I just don't like reading that much. Before I could be like, oh no, I can't read the books. They'll spoil the show for me.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But
that excuse is gone.
Yeah. Like I had you download a bunch of audiobooks for me for one of my classes so I didn't have to read Dune.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I think I liked it better as an audiobook form. The guy that did it was really good. He did like different voices for all the characters and it was cool. But I digress. What I was going to say about the show was I'm really hoping that this movie didn't spoil plot points for the show.
Hope not.
Or by association like the comics or anything else like that because like like I said, those are good. Like that's got a solid thing going on. That like they haven't really revealed much yet. You know, a little bit about what's going on. Yeah. And in the movies, there's like some exposition and background as to what happened. But I'm so hoping they weren't betting on this thing to be a success. So,
yeah.
Excuse me. So everyone was like, "Oh, cool. It's all right if you it's okay if you put this information in a movie. We'll like the movie."
Yeah, they'll like the movie. The show will come out, and they'll be all for it and everything. Okay, so all right, let's start naming off some of the things that they possibly could have spoiled.
Yeah. Okay.
That we really So
really hope they didn't.
So I think one of the main things is who the giant titans are.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I don't want the cool top dog titan killer to be an armored titan.
Yeah.
I don't want that. It's like, no. I don't want the leader of the human people to be the guy that kicked the wall in the first episode.
That doesn't make... Because, I mean...
That is, like...
Here's the thing, though. I think, like, we don't want it to be spoiled in a shitty medium.
Yeah.
But I think, B, if they did do that in the show, or the comic, ostensibly, I feel like they would have done it in a way where it would have made more sense and we would have felt better about that happening in that way. You know what I mean? Because like right now we just have we have the characters as we know them and we like those characters and we like, no, right now, having one of those guys be like the main, like the main super cool Titan killer dude, to have him all of a sudden be like the big armored Titan who wants to kill humanity.
You just switch sides just like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't really make sense right now.
Like, dude.
Like, yeah, and then as far as I remember, we haven't seen like the king, quote unquote.
Yeah.
In the show or the comic, I guess. So like, there's still like some mystery as to who the big Titan is. But if they did spoil it and it's the king, as soon as you see him, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I don't care about you anymore. You know what I mean? And then another thing is where the Titans came from. Like in the movie, they said like that people like made the Titans for, I forget what the reason they said, but basically like the Titans were created by people.
Was
like
it for? Yeah, I don't remember because I hated it.
I think it was like they were
food?
No, I think it was they were trying to cure like a disease or something like that, or they were trying to cure something. And then like
wait, was it cure disease or was it like as like a military weapon? Like, hey, we could unleash the sun.
It was probably both, in all honesty.
Yeah, maybe.
And then it just got out of hand or something like that.
Or maybe the cure led to that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's something like that. And so we're really hoping that isn't a plot point in the show, because
I want to say in the show, I feel like before we watch the movies, and we've talked about the show before, I want to say we think the big Titan that first kicked the hole in the wall is Aaron's dad.
Oh.
I feel like we've talked about that before. I kind of feel like that's what's happening because his dad was like a scientist. I think he injected him with he did something to Aaron.
Yeah.
Which is why Aaron can turn into a Titan.
Yeah.
So
I forgot we talked about that. I haven't seen the show in a while.
Yeah, me too. I meant to retouch on it, but haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet either.
Yeah. So I still think that might be his dad, which I kind of hope it is because I think that'd be kind of cool. Like his dad like goes off, does his own thing, and is like, yeah, I'm gonna screw everybody over, bam, and it's like, why did he do that? And then they'll explain it in a cool way.
Yeah. See, there's still with the show, like we're talking about it all excited. Like there's still hope.
Yeah.
Because it's still going on. The movies are dead to us forever.
Yeah.
The movie, like if the third one comes out, like, or if they ever make a third one, I can't even say that I could even watch it for the novelty of it anymore.
Yeah.
Because like there are bad movies that you've seen where it's like, yeah, it's a bad movie. Like, okay, here's how I'll put it to you. Would you rather watch like a really bad movie, if you had to watch a bad movie, would you want it to be like crazy over the top bad, or just like mediocre bad?
Over the top bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like this movie wasn't over the top bad. It was just regular bad. So it's like not even,
which led to be extremely boring.
Yeah. Like it's not even like fun to watch it because like it's so bad.
No, like seriously, I think it was the beginning of this movie where he was in a white room. Oh. And that went on for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, it was just him and the other guy just talking, and it's like, and they're just drinking wine. It's like,
yeah, he was in like a weird MC Escher room.
Yeah, it was like, freaking fight.
And that's when the dude was explaining like where the Titans came from and all that stuff.
Was it?
So it was all exposition.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully they didn't ruin where the Titans came from with that, because that was dumb.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I don't know.
It's just kind of bad.
The whole thing. And okay, but yeah, there's parts. Oh yeah, so in the show, the reason they never touch on the ocean is because they're not near any ocean.
Yeah, which we know for sure is that because they've been around where the wall is and they haven't seen an ocean.
Yeah, because in the show they actually have dudes stationed on top of the wall. They have a 360 degree of degree view.
Words are hard.
Yeah, it's just I combined degree view into degree. Degree view into they can see everything. Yeah. And then it's like in the movie, it's like not one person looking outside.
Yeah,
the
like
wall.
Not one dude.
Not
like,
one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick it up here for a minute.
They're just like, hey, we got the wall, we're good. We don't ever need to never know nothing out there ever.
Mm-hmm. In all honesty, it sounds like they probably would have thrown that dude off the wall because he has dementia, and they don't need him in society anymore. But
they throw him on the inside. Ah, damn it!
I'm free.
Boop.
Talking mine real quick.